Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. This is Jenny Moore from CSE department. In this session, we are going to see about evaluation of cloud computing from the subject CS 8791 Cloud Computing. The contents we are going to see in this video are what is cloud computing, hardware evaluation, internet hardware evaluation, finally, server virtualization. First, we see about what is cloud computing. This is the basic definition of cloud computing. Cloud computing leverages the dynamic resources to deliver a large number of services to the end user. Using the cloud computing, the user takes the resources dynamically from the cloud to complete their task. Cloud computing is also called as HTC. HTC means high throughput computing. Using the cloud computing, we do multiple tasks in the limited time. The last point, the cloud computing enables the user to share the access to the resources from anywhere at any time. Next, we see about hardware evaluation. In the hardware evaluation, the three inventions are very important. In 1930, binary arithmetic was developed. It will support the computer processing technology, terminology and programming languages. In 1939, the electronic computer was developed. Here, the computations were performed using the vacuum tube technology. In 1941, ISAC-3 was developed. It supports both the floating point and binary arithmetic. In the hardware evaluation, we classify the generation of computers into four types. First generation, second generation, third generation, fourth generation. Next, we see about one by one. First generation computers, the time period is the 1942 to 1955. Technology used here is vacuum tube, size very large system but processing very slow. The better examples of first generation computers are ENIAC and Edward. The advantage, these computers made use of vacuum tubes. These vacuum tubes was only the advanced technology at that time. Here the computations was performed in millisecond, but many drawbacks are there. The drawbacks are it is very big in size, very costly, it requires more power consumption, large amount of heat was generated in the first generation computers. Next, second generation computers, the time period 1956 to 65. The technology used here is transistor. The size of the systems are smaller than first generation, but processing faster than the first generation. The examples, Honeywell 400, IBM 7094. The advantage, it produces less heat than the first generation computers. For the input, it uses assembly languages and punch card. Low cost than the first generation computers. Here the computations was performed in microseconds, better portability than the first generation. But here also the drawbacks, the cooling system was required, the constant maintenance was required for maintaining these computers. These computers only used for the specific purposes. The next, third generation computers, time period 1966 to 75. The technology, integrated circuit, size smaller compared to second generation computer, processing faster than the second generation. The examples, PDP-8 and PDP-11. The advantage, these computers were cheaper compared to the second generation computers, fast and flexible than the second generation computers. It improved the performance of computers. Here the computations was performed in nanoseconds. But the drawbacks are these computers are mainly based on integrated circuit. These are very difficult to maintain. Next, it is the sophisticated technology. It is required for manufacturing the IC chips. The last one, air conditioning, is required to cooling these chips. Next, fourth generation computers. Time period 75 to till date. Technology microprocessor based. Size smaller than the previous generation computers. Processing faster than the third generation computers. Examples IBM 4341 and DEC 10. Advantage is faster than the third generation and size get reduced. Heat generated is also small. Less maintenance is also required. The drawbacks, here it is based on the microprocessor. This microprocessor design and fabrication are very complex. Next one, the air conditioning is required in many cases due to the presence of IC. Next we see about Internet hardware evaluation. In the Internet hardware evaluation, IP protocol play the important role. It is used for standard communication. The concept for Internet protocol was developed by these three peoples. In the evaluation, ARPANET also play the important role. The Lick leader was the founder for the ARPANET. ARPANET stands for Advanced Research Project Agency Network. In the ARPA network, two protocols are used. One is Interface Message Processor IMP, another one Network Control Program NCP. So these two protocols are used in the ARPANET for the communication purposes. This diagram represents the IMP architecture. This IMP is used to connect the host on various sites. In the Internet hardware evaluation, we are going to see about these 6 topics. First one, establishing the common protocol for the Internet. Next one, evaluation of IPv6. Finding the common method to communicate using the Internet protocol. Next one, building the common interface to the Internet. Last one, the appearance of cloud formation. First we see about establishing the common protocol. Here we use NCP. This NCP protocol provides the transport layer. This layer consists of two protocols. One is AHHP, another one ICP. The application protocols used here is one is FTP, another one SMTP. There are 4 versions of TCP/IP. Version 1, version 2, next one version 3, the last one version 4. Next we see about evaluation of IPv6. IP version 4 was never designed to scale to the global level. To increase the available address space, we use the IP version 6. It is developed by IETF, Internet Engineering Task Force, which was released in January 1995. It is also called the Next Generation Internet Protocol. Next we see about the finding the common method to communicate. In 1960, the hypertext was created by Ted Nelson. In 1962, Engelmart developed the Augment project and also developed the graphical user interface and NLS system. This NLS mainly used for research papers for file sharing. At last, in 1980, the World Wide Web was developed in Europe by Tim Berners-Lee and Robert The next one, building the common interface. This Tim Berners-Lee developed the first web server for creating the hypertext documents. Follow this success. Tim Berners-Lee enhanced the server and browser capacity by adding the file transfer protocol. So this diagram represents the Tim Berners-Lee developed the first web server. Finally, the building a common interface to the client. Mosaic was the first widely popular web server developed for the public. In 1994, Netscape organization developed the Mozilla 0.96 version. In 1995, Microsoft Internet Explorer was developed. In November 2004, Mozilla Firefox was developed. It is very popular. This slide tells the movement of clustering technology to the cloud computing. 2 decades ago, the computers were clustered to form the large computer, but in the early 1990s, Ian Foster and Coral Kesselman found the concept of grid, but there is a drawback in the clustering and grid computing. The major problem in this model was data residency. The Globus toolkit is the open source software toolkit used for building the grid system and applications. This diagram represents the evolution of cloud computing. In 1950, only distributed computing. After that, mainframe computing arrived. Next, cluster computing. Next, grid computing. After that, virtualization concept arrived. Next, it is implemented in web concept. Next, service orientation. After that, utility computing. Finally, the cloud computing concept was introduced in 2007. So, we say that cloud computing is also called as successor of grid computing. This is the evolution of cloud services. In 1960, only supercomputers or mainframes. In 1990s, the first milestone of cloud computing, arrival of Salesforce.com. In 2002, launch of Amazon Web Services, AWS. In 2006, S3 launches EC2. In 2008 to 2009, Google Application Engine and Microsoft Azure was developed. Next we see about server virtualization. Virtualization means we run the multiple OS on the single physical computer. It maximizes the investment and it also saving the cost for the company. These are the 4 topics in the server virtualization. The first one, parallel processing. Parallel processing means simultaneous execution of program instructions. The main objective, we run the program in the limited time. The advancement of parallel processing is multiprogramming. But in the multiprogramming, each processor have the equal short time. It is also called as round-robin scheduling. The next one, vector processing. Vector processing, it was developed to increase the processing performance. Here we use the matrix operations. So in the matrix operation, we use the matrices and the vectors. The next one, symmetric multiprocessing system. So this symmetric multiprocessing systems overcome the problem of master-slave nodes. In the SMPS system, each processor is equally capable and responsible for managing the workflow of the system. The primary goal is to achieve the sequential consistency. The last one, massively parallel processing systems. So in this, each computer system have the independent arithmetic units. All the processing elements are interconnected. The examples of MPP are distributed array processor, Goodyear MP and connection machine. Thank you.